United we stand, divided we fall. This is episode 11. Look at that damage that my cat did to my couch, but not this cat. That was done by my cat Zoe that I had for 18 years, so whatever, it's fine. They're lucky I love them. Okay, so our next person is going to be Devin Gates. He was Hispanic, 29, California. He had a ski mask on and a revolver. He fired the gun at the cops. It just happened. They just happened to have pull up. He fired the gun at the clerk in the store. He demanded money and the clerk gave him 20 bucks. And then he screamed all of it and shot into the ceiling. So, when he walked out of 7-Eleven, they did, spot him, and he still had the gun in his hand. They demanded that he put it down. He tried to get away, and, he got shot. I mean, he went out there with a gun. He was prepared to kill somebody. And he got shot. Justified. The next one is... Oops, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that. The next one is going to be on Adam Jovicic. But I'm going to stop at Devin Gates and then go on to that story because I did want to put the a different thumbnail and different things, and so the other story is quite interesting. That is a off-duty female officer and a ex-corrections officer that was her boyfriend, and he apparently broke into her house. He had been married for 3 months, and I just want to go into that one a little further. I do have a video of the 911 recording for that, so I did want to add a little more to that one. I will say that I did the, some of the numbers for this, and it seems like I've done about 35 stories, and I've got about 16 blacks in the story, in the episodes, 14 whites, and 5 Latino, Hispanic descent. So I'll get, do it a little more again. But it seems that, the majority of this, they're equal, black and white. Latino and Hispanic seem to do less crime or just don't get caught. And throughout these, even though there was, civilians killed, there was also, please keep in mind, there was also officers. And last night I was watching a episode of, when they're looking for a serial killer. And, after doing these stories and researching, you gotta think to yourself, it's gotta be pretty scary when you're intentionally going to somewhere where you know you could be in danger. You know, like a fireman running into a burning house. And, you know, we all may tend to forget about the actual thought of some of these cops. They are, you know, not all of them are bad. And the story that I was watching last night was of a trucker that was shooting women in the head with 22 and posing them, you know, with their legs spread right out in the open and everything. And, you know, they're looking for this particular big, huge truck, you know, with certain colors, certain cab that they had seen in a surveillance video. And this particular detective, who was also a police officer, you know, he happened to see that truck pull into a, you know, a truck thing on the edge of the road, and a weigh-by or a lay-by or whatever he called it. And, you know, he's by himself, and he doesn't want this opportunity to pass by. So he goes and knocks on the door of the cab. And, you know, he doesn't know what's going to happen. You know, if he's in an unmarked car, yes. But here there's this trucker who knows he's been going around killing people. You know, and from what I understand, they call the hookers lot lizards, and that, you know, they knock on the doors. Some of the truckers put a sign in their window saying not interested, whatever it may be. But, you know, he knocks on the door. He doesn't know if this 6'6" burly guy is going to come jumping out, or if he's going to get shot through the door. He doesn't know what's going to happen. But as it turns out, you know, yes, the guy finally came out of the truck and started talking to him. And he's asking him, you know, if he could look inside his, you know, look inside his truck. And he lets him. And, you know, he doesn't know if he's going to get in there and, you know, what he's going to find. But he does end up finding, like, a bag of bloody clothes in there. And he gets out. Now, he had, you know, called for people to come. So he was waiting. But in the meantime, all this time, keep in mind, this guy does have a gun. And he said, you know, he realized that he's basically standing face to face. I mean, the paint on the truck was something that was very rare. It wasn't something that was a common thing for trucks to have this particular color paint. So he pretty much, they basically knew it was that. I mean, a bag of bloody clothes. There was other things. He said, I realized at that moment I'm standing face to face with a serial killer. So you got to think about that. I mean, you got to think about that. That guy, you know, that's pretty brave. And he did that, and that guy was killing black and white women. He had no discrimination. And this man put himself in that danger. He could have waited till backup came. He could have pretended he didn't even notice that truck and just kept driving by. He could have done any of those things. But that detective put himself in danger so that women can be safe. Women that were prostitutes, drug addicts, and whatever color, it didn't matter to him, their walk of life. He went up to this serial killer alone and got him off the street. So please, when you're out there and you want to beat up police officers and take away their rights to protect themselves. Please remember, there's a lot of people who are off the streets because of them. Thank you. Stay safe. United we stand. Divided we fall.